I
So
see. No, I'm with you. I'm
yeah,
with you. Yes, we're getting news, but not news. I am big fan of commentaries and just opinions. Okay, so we're all consumed with all kind of right points of views, and we're digesting to the best of our own intellectual abilities. I'm with you.
yeah, yeah.
I'm
We
with
try to synthesize information in some of our information DJs, I call it. So
Absolutely, absolutely. So in technology world, what do you think the major challenges that larger, big guys gonna be facing soon? Meaning that Microsoft, IBM, Amazon, right, Oracle, you name them, right? What do you think is gonna happen when they readjusting, reprioritizing? Because many of the tasks now is not gonna be about innovation; it's about prioritization of keeping afloat, keeping your clients kind of right performing and all that. So what do you think happening with big tech? And maybe we can comment a little bit on entrepreneurship front on those who are
yeah, yeah, on the startup world. Yeah, so yeah, I think in the big tech, they will do good in a way that their contracts are long term. Things are in place, so they will bear this sort of bump in the road like better than the lower end of the high tech, if you will. They have better runways. They have a lot of cash, and some people are doing buybacks. Some big companies are doing buybacks of the shares to kind of infuse the confidence in their stock and their company and stuff like that. Um, um, on another thing from the big tech, which can be negative, is like boots on the ground cannot go to the customer side. The people who are going to be there in person to do stuff, to sell face to face meetings with the decision makers and stuff like that, those will take backseat. I think the big tech will suffer not because of them, but because of what is happening to the businesses they serve, right? So the businesses will cut down on expense. Like they want to conserve cash. Like survival is our first instinct as humans, right? Always. And humans are running businesses, right? So they want to survive that business, and they will try to conserve the cash, and they may put some of the new initiatives on hold, um, unless they are um, sort of essential to their existence, right? Sometimes they are, like, they have to pivot. They have to. If you're a restaurant, you are not doing delivery services like through Uber Eats or something, like now you have to, right? Stuff like that. Or if you're a big company, your supply chain was kind of from this country and now it's from that country and stuff like that. They will change, right? And if they need new software, new packages, new way of doing things, new services, they will avail those services from IBMs of the world and Oracles of the world, and bigger companies, Microsoft and Microsoft and Amazon are in a different bucket, sort of, because they're main cloud players. So is Google. I think they will do better than the ones who rely on more on the boots on the ground, or ones who are heavy in services rather than the products or platforms. Right? We know that IBM is like 65, around 65% revenue comes from services. Right? That means people floating around, flying around. And AWS revenue, all of, I mean, like I would say, like maybe 80 to 90% comes from digital services, which is like infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, right? And they don't rely on the services revenue. The other third parties, SIs, and managed cloud providers, kind of people like Rackspace, they do service their cloud, right? So they I think they will not feel that jolt. Um, on the startup side, startup scene, yeah, that they will feel a little more pinch, I think. Um, because of the runways will be cut down, and they have people, if you're not like very early stage startup, like, then you're not, most of the time, not paying yourself as founders and co-founders. But if you are out of that early stage, let's say you have 10 to 20 people, and what do, right? Your people are sitting at home, less productive. You cannot have meetings with bigger players if you're on B2B. Like, you don't cannot forge those partnerships with the existing vendors. And that's how you kind of survive in B2B world. If you're B2C, it's a little bit easier in a way if you pivot quickly towards serving the current needs versus what you were going to serve, right? So, um, having said that, there are some new opportunities for new startups to emerge, to help in the healthcare space and in education, and which is suffering the most. I think those two areas.